What are you, deaf? Don't try that Halloween shit with me.
You are now listening to the voice of horror.
Lock your doors, bolt your windows, and turn off the lights. Make sure the kids are safe at home, cause you're headed to the Night Watch zone.
Welcome to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are, Tuesday nights. And you know what that means. That means we got to go back into Battle World, ready to rock and roll. Coriander's with me, Kill, and also Eric as always. And guys, tonight is the night. Can't wait to get this party started. Hopefully all of you guys in the live chat are ready to rock with this. Just to say hello to everyone, a blanket hello, but we have Paula's in the chat. What's up, Paula? Good to see you. We got Maury, and what's going on? Good to see you. MK in the chat. We got Melissa, and we got Ginger Ninja hanging out with us. What's up, man? Good to see you, bro. Good to see you. The general is in the chat, ready to rock. What's up, Val? Good to see you. Glad you're here tonight. Let's see, who else do we have? We've got Ben. What's up? Good to see you. All right. Hope you're doing well, man. Seriously. Val's ready to. She's already talking about the movie, the pacing, the cinematography, the lighting. I love it. I love it. What's up, Dominic? Dominic's in the chat saying, I prefer The Thing. All right. There we go.
I want to apologize.
That's right. That's what we're here for, is to find out who's going to win. We don't know either. Julie, what's going on? Good to see you. We got Philip. We've got Lars. Welcome to the chat. I don't think I've seen you in the chat before, but welcome. Hope you enjoy the show, and we have a great community here in the live chat. All right. What's up, James? Good to see you. Ginger Ninja says The Thing for the win. All right. He's already putting it out there. I love it. Horror Cat Dad also going with The Thing. All right, the champ is up against the ropes. All right. Elm Street, what's up, man? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. We got Hollywood Guy. Scott Lauderdale's in the chat saying, hey, Night. Hey, everybody. Damn you for making me choose between my two favorite horror films. Hey, man. That's what this is all about. This is what this is all about. All right, we got Dan in the chat as well. What's going on, Dan? Good to see you. And congrats, man. Congrats on your video. doing so well. Talking about
Awesome.
Godzilla. I think he says
Nice.
he's over 10K. 10K
Good for you,
views.
dude.
Holy.
That's
Good
awesome
for
stuff.
you.
Awesome stuff, man. Definitely, if you guys haven't checked out Dan's channel, check it out. Subscribe, support him. He's awesome. He's part of the inner circle.
hmm
Very, very cool.
Good
All
dude.
right, guys. Tonight's the night, man. We have a title fight. So it's going to be interesting. Let's find out who our contenders are officially. So, Eric, let's start with you. Who is in corner number 1?
Okay, well, life's tough enough when you're stuck in the middle of the Arctic for work, right? No one wants to be there. But then you have to deal with an otherworldly creature, and this isn't something cute like E.T. or Alf or even Starman. You know what I mean? This creature can mimic anyone or anything that it comes across. And then, who can you trust? Can you trust the kind old biologist, the playful new dog to the camp, or the lowly cook who just likes to roller skate and listens to music? Can you even trust yourself? Represented by John Carpenter, we have 1982's The Thing.
All right. And Coriander, you have to tell us who is in corner number 2.
Okay, so here's the shape of a man that has no soul and yet oozes calm. This dude is a Haddonfield native that is all about community. He is the fastest slow walker of all time that went through Elm Street and Crystal Lake to be champion. Oh, and he's a huge fan of Laurie Strode. Try your best, but you still can't kill the boogeyman. Here's the champion, Michael Audrey Myers from Halloween 1978.
There it is. All right, Kill. Let's go to Kill's commentary. Just for the fun of it, real quick, man, just say his name. Who's the champ, Kill? Who's the champ?
Michael Audrey Myers.
There you go.
Just saying.
What do you think? What do you think of this matchup? Because we got 2 different subgenres of horror here, and this is the first time that we've done this, as far as I know, and we're about 35 episodes into this series. So, what are you thinking, man?
This is going to be a good one, and I hate you for making us choose between these, because essentially you have probably one of the best straight horror slasher movies ever created, and then you have one of the greatest science fiction horror movies created. So you're a bastard, and it's going to be good. And shouts out to John Carpenter. I mean, the genius. I mean, both of these are his babies. So this is going to be a great one.
Right. And of course, last week we were celebrating, his birthday, man. So this is a little bit of a Carpenter month, so to speak. And we just had our episode with Prince of Darkness and In the Month of Madness. So this has been a nice little run for a legendary director, man, a legendary director. And Julie, thank you for reminding people, please hit the like button if you haven't already. We have a lot of people jumping in and out. We appreciate it. Very, very cool. And this is going to be really, really interesting. And you know what? I hear something, man. Do you hear it, Kill? Do you hear it?
Is it footsteps in the snow?
Could be footsteps in the snow. It could be a flying saucer, or it could be the greatest horror ninja of all time. But I hear something, man. All right, man. So we got these guys coming into Battle World for you guys in the chat, for you guys watching this on replay. Sit back, relax. We're ready for the title fight. Haddonfield versus Antarctica. Here we go.
This 6-year-old child with this blank, pale, emotionless face.
We're gonna draw a little bit of everybody's blood. We're gonna find out who's the thing.
There it is, man. Hoo, hoo, hoo. Ready,
Good job.
ready to rock. All
Mhm.
right, all right. Hey, look, Hollywood guy, what's up, man? In the chat, he says, Audrey. I love it. That's his middle name. We say it with pride.
That's like a requirement here on the Night Watch Zone. You have to say his full name.
You do. You got to put that respect out there, man. You know how it is. What's up, Denisha? Good to have you here in the chat.
Hey.
All right. So, guys, as usual, this is what we're going to do. We're going to go through category by category and give the point to the film that we think earns the point. For you guys in the chat, we're going to have you guys follow along with us. Let us know your thoughts. We'd really like to see what you think and who should get the point in your opinion. We'll try to get to everyone's comment, but we probably won't. But if you choose to do a super chat, you will be able to add points to the tally. So in other words, if you do $1 super chat, that will be a point to the film of your choice if you would like to do so. And then we're going to tally it all up at the end. We're going to see if we're going to have a new champ or if we're going to have still champion. Okay, guys, let's bring this up. You guys know how we do this. Okay. Now we're going to start this off. And we got Neil coming into the chat. What's up, Neil? Good to see you.
Neil.
Very, very cool to have you here, man. All right. So, as always, for the champ, they get the home field advantage. So, we are deep in the heart of Haddonfield, Kill. That's where we're at. So, Halloween already gets 5 points because of being the champ. All right. Our first category that we're going to go into, we're going to talk about the posters, Kill. So, we've got the poster for The Thing. And we've got the poster for Halloween 1978. What are your thoughts, man? And who gets the point?
Oh, God damn you. I own both of these posters.
There you go. Yeah.
You know, wow. There's no lying here. I'm not going to start it off by lying. I'm going to have to go with Halloween. The simplicity of it. I love the fist gripping the knife and the, essentially making the jack-o'-lantern. I love the lettering of Halloween. And I just love that black and orange motif. It's just classic.
Yeah. Very, very simple, isn't it? And Pops. All right. Eric, how about you, man?
It is very, very tough. I love them both, but I'm going to go with The Thing. And they're both great, and what really pops are the use of the colors. You got the orange and black, or you got the white and the blue here with a little bit of black. And I think, to me, it just pops a little bit more. I like the mystery of it because, as Coriander said last week, what's behind Flashlight Face? You know what I mean?
I know.
It just looks really cool, and I like how the way the light shines out. It kind of looks like diamonds or crystals. You know what I mean on the background.
Yeah.
So I really like that. Going with The Thing.
All right. The flashlight guy himself. All right, Coriander.
Well, it's like Superman, right? When he was going to
the Fortress of Solitude.
Yes, dude.
All right.
In Antarctica.
You're all right, girl. Going back to my boy Christopher Reeve, you get points for that.
All right.
But who are we going with between these two posters, Coriander?
I'm gonna have to go with Halloween.
Okay.
It's my favorite time of year, and I just love, the colors. It's very simple, but it stands out. And who doesn't like doing jack-o'-lanterns? So,
all
yeah,
right.
man. And you get that nice blade. Yeah.
All right. Very, very cool. Real quick in the chat, just to catch up to these guys, we got a channel member anniversary for Denisha.
Right.
14 months, bro. 14 months is absolutely unbelievable and awesome and very, very cool. Thank you so much, Denisha, for obviously being so supportive, not only here at the Night Watch Zone, but all throughout our communities of other channels and content creators, and also helping out to be a moderator. I mean, you're here pretty much all the time, and I know that there's other streams that go on, but you choose to be here, and we take note of that. We take note of that. So thank you so much, Denisha. saying, "Hey, Night, it's been a good 14 months. The Halloween poster deserves that point. Kill, you're the man. Coriander, my sister, you're the best." All right.
Aw,
Thank you so much.
thanks.
We really
Yeah,
appreciate
Willie
it.
Winnie.
Yeah, very, very cool. Kay is going with The Thing for the poster. Elm Street going with Halloween. Paul is going with Halloween. Val, I think, is going with Halloween. Dan's going with The Thing. Already a tough choice. All right. Neil stepping in saying, I have to go Halloween just because I like slashers more than sci-fi. But both are great. All right.
Okay, nice.
Scott saying both posters are awesome, though. They really, really are. And it's, and this was a time period where movies had awesome posters, all genres, not just horror. So, yeah, very, very cool. Ben saying it's a tie for me. All right. Jerry's in the chat. What's up, Jerry? Good to see you. All right.
Hey.
Very, very cool. And again, guys, if you haven't hit the like button, please do. It definitely helps to support the channel and also the stream. We'd appreciate it. Let's see. Dominic saying he's going to go with The Thing. All right. And Troy's in the chat going with Halloween. Now, for me, I think both of these posters are awesome. I have both of these posters as well. And they're both awesome, man. This is really, really tough. Flashlight face, notwithstanding. Oh man, this is so tough. I think I'd have to go with Halloween on this, and it's very close. It's very. I mean, I got The Thing right in back of me, okay, and Halloween over there, but it's very close. But what I like about it, and Kill, you said this too. It just the way it's so simple, but it just pops. It's almost like it just comes right out at you. It just has this coolness. Yeah, I got to go with Halloween. It's tough, man. It's tough. They're both amazing posters. They really, really are. And what a thing to say for Carpenter films, man. Seriously. Neil saying, was the dog barking in the background voting for Halloween or The Thing? All right. Okay. Kill next. We got to go with the tagline. The tagline for these films. Let's go back. For Halloween, the tagline is The Night He Came Home. And of course, the tagline for The Thing is the ultimate in alien terror. What do you think?
I like both of them, but in a way, both are kind of generic. I'm gonna have to go with The Night He Came Home, because go back to real quick, because they have like he with the capital H. It kind of sticks out. Well, who is he? I don't know, but it makes me want to know. And as far as the other one, the ultimate in alien terror, that's a boast right there. I mean, hey, we got a lot of good movies like Alien.
Exactly. I was just about to say this is coming after Alien. It's like, man, hold my beer, Ridley Scott.
Hold my beer, Ridley. We got the ultimate in alien terror, which it is damn good, but let's not go crazy. Yeah, so I'm giving the point to Halloween here.
Let's not go crazy. Hey, well, that's a conversation for offline as far as a possible matchup down the road.
Hey, I love both.
Exactly. Well, exactly.
Hey.
Eric, how about you, man?
I'm gonna go with Halloween. It's pretty much what Kill said. I mean, they're both kind of generic. They both do have a really good power word, like the ultimate in alien terror. But what makes me pick Halloween is pretty much what Kill said, is the emphasis on he. Even if it wasn't, with a capital H, like what we see there, just the way you say it, it's who's he? He came home. So this dude is, he's a pretty big deal, especially if you look at the poster and that it's a slasher film. So I think it helps the emphasis of the movie more.
All right. Okay. Coriander, how about you?
Can you read the Halloween one to me again?
Bro, it's The Night He Came Home.
Okay, thank you. I'm going to go with that one. And I mean, I could say why, but I'd just be repeating. So what's the
Okay.
point? So yeah.
Okay. All right. I think both of these taglines are simple,
Mhm.
right? But not in a bad way. You know, they get to the point, and I think that it really falls in line with the movies and the way that Carpenter directs. He's usually, you know, lean and mean with his movies. So all of these things, I guess what I'm saying is interesting how these two movies, even though they're different subgenres, they parallel each other in a lot of different ways, right?
Mhm.
The ultimate, you know, I love that. I think Neil was saying in the chat, when you use the word alien in referencing Ridley Scott's movie, that's never a bad thing. But I got to give the point to Halloween, man. You know, when you just say it, the night he came home, it's already telling you some stuff is about to go down. You know what I'm saying? Like, this isn't your average, you know, Halloween situation. You know, there won't be any tricks or treats. It'll just be
Mhm.
stabs. And that's what you get not only from the poster and the intensity in the poster, but also in the tag and how it just pops to you. Everything about this pops, that tagline included. So I got to give the point to Halloween on this. All right. Okay. Let's see what we've got in the chat just to catch up to these guys. Now, Melissa is making some waves saying, not a Carpenter fan, but I love Halloween. All right. Okay. James saying the night he came home sounds scarier. Okay.
Mhm.
Dan saying, okay, Halloween on this one. There you go. Val saying the tagline Halloween just because I'm not a sci-fi fan. But you are, you know you are. She always says that.
I'm sure she is.
She is. She is. Scott saying she's not a big sci-fi fan though, but Scott saying Halloween, it has a more ominous vibe. Okay. And Neil was saying I go with the thing because it brings Alien to mind for me, and that's always a good thing. There you go. Elm Street going with Halloween. We got Mary in the chat. What's going on, Mary? Good to see you.
Oh.
Saying I'm giving the tagline to the thing, even though I love Halloween. All right.
Nice.
People are divided in the streets, man. Horror Cat saying Halloween tagline, but had they used "man is the warmest place to hide." Yeah, that was another tagline that they used for the thing. Yep.
That's a good one.
It is a good one. Like, that one definitely I think is better than the
Yeah.
Ultimate and Alien Terra. Yep. And we got Hollywood Guy with a channel membership, 3 months. Thank you
Nice.
so much, Hollywood
Congrats.
Guy. We appreciate you. Saying off topic, which movie made the most money? Which one had the better PR? Oh, well, definitely Halloween. No doubt about that, because the thing bombed. It bombed hardcore.
Yeah.
You know, it was really, and it was too bad because Carpenter spent the most time in production on that movie. Like, they were hanging out, you know, in the cold. This was before they even started filming, the cast and crew, and they really did form a lot of, you know, some real camaraderie, which you see in the film. But 1982 was a tough year, bro. I mean, they ran right up against E.T. and got smacked down.
Mhm.
You even had things like Blade Runner that didn't do well in 82, Star Trek 2, The Wrath of Khan. I mean, it was a crazy year it was a really good year for movies. But yeah, the thing found success, you know, on VHS, you know. Absolutely. Kay also saying I think Halloween is more commercial success. Absolutely. Yeah. At the time, absolutely. All right. And Philip is letting us know we got 28 likes. Thank you so much, Philip. We appreciate that. And definitely, if you haven't hit the like button, please do. We got Retro in the chat saying, sweet, y'all are live. What's good? We're doing good, man. We're in the middle of this battle. Horror Cat, you're right. Tron as well in 1982.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yep. He said, thanks a lot, E.T. That's true. E.T. messed up a lot of hopes in 82, man.
Well, Ridley scared everybody with the xenomorph. They wanted cute and cuddly in the 80s, you know?
That's true. You're so right. They
Blame
really,
Ridley.
really did. Yep.
But
And
but
Reese's
no one's
Pieces.
talking about ET anymore. They're still talking about the thing.
Well, yeah, well, no, definitely the thing. You know, it's crazy because now it is so respected. If you go back and watch Siskel and Ebert, they railed
Yeah, they hated
on
it.
the movie. They absolutely hated it. And now, you know, critics especially the critics of super high favor. I mean, they look upon it with admiration, and the craftsmanship, the practical effects, and all those types of things. Rob Bottin, what he did. So it's crazy how things can change, but it shows you things can change. Yeah. Neil saying, always hard to fathom that The Thing bombed. Those special effects from Rob Bottin were literally out of this world. It's true. It's very, very true. Yeah. Okay, Kill. Let's go to our next category, the story. The story. What do you think, man?
I'm gonna have to go with The Thing on this one, and the reason for it, in my opinion, both have great stories, and I can appreciate a more straightforward story, and to an extent, both movies have a pretty straightforward story. Halloween, essentially, you have a slasher, who did it as a young man. Why did he do it? Well,
right.
This particular movie doesn't really go too much into that. If you want that, go look at Rob Zombie and White Horses. But essentially, we know he did it. He goes and gets with Dr. Lumis for years. He breaks out. He tries to do it again. The Thing, there's an era of mystery right there already. So you don't know who the slasher in it is, who the Thing is, who is the Thing, who isn't. And that plays a lot of great mind games and so forth. And just the complexity of the interrelationships with all the guys at the outpost. So overall, I got to go with The Thing on this one.
All right. Okay. All right. Eric, how about you?
Me and Killer like this tonight, pretty much. I got to go with The Thing. Pretty much what he said is it's the era of mystery, and who do you trust, with The Thing that really gets me going. I kick Halloween every once in a while. I don't hide that, but the first film, the story is really, really good. You know what I mean? It's got some mystery too. Why did Michael do what he did?
Right.
But they kind of leave it at that. Now we're following Lumis trying to stop him. We don't know why The Thing is doing this until close to halfway through. And again, we don't know who you can trust. And that is what's keeping me invested, because it's just, again, it can replicate anybody. You look exactly pretty much how that person does until you're caught. You know what I mean? So it's just that air of mystery and whodunit type of thing that I really, really love. Got to go with The Thing.
All right. Okay. Coriander, how about you?
So I am going to go with Halloween. And that's just because, I like, I like them both. But you're making me choose, and like everybody says, that sucks. But I do
you
like
making it sound like I'm the only one on board doing this as a series. Come on, man.
I know.
It was my idea too. It wasn't just him.
I know.
There you go.
And I love, Laurie Strode. I love her character. I love that Jamie Lee Curtis plays her. So, I mean, that's why I'm picking Halloween.
All right. I think that, it's a really tough call. It really, really is, because both of these films, they do things very, very well. They're different types of movies. They're different types, they're two different subgenres that we're dealing with. But all that being said, the similarities of these stories being very lean, right to the point, no fat on the bone, so to speak. I think it works to the advantage of both films. That being said, I think I'd have to give the story to The Thing. And I think, and this is really, really close. I mean, if you ask me like later tonight, I might switch it because it's really, really close. But I think with The Thing, the idea of the alien coming and not knowing, and the paranoia, and it's not even just paranoia with one person, it's a group of people, and even when we watch it to this day, and I've seen this movie hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of times, bro, like I couldn't even tell you. But even to this day, there's questions that you can ask about that film because it's so well done, and the mystery, the way that it's done, it's just, it's top of the line. Halloween is a great story, and it's lean and mean and to the point. But although you have the mystery of why Michael is doing what he's doing, I think the paranoia and the mystery in the thing out trumps it. You know, that's the best way I can put it. So yeah, so I've got to go with the thing on this one. All right, let's catch up to the chat. I know these guys are working hard in here. Guys, oh man, Kay's going with the thing. Horror Cat saying a tough one, but going with the thing. Hollywood Guy also going with the thing. That's right. Dan saying Ebert called it an alien ripoff. That's right. Isn't that crazy? Like, this is so different from Alien.
See, that makes me wonder. You know, he's a film critic. Does he not know that the thing was a remake of something? So how could it be a ripoff of Alien if it's a remake?
Exactly. So it's kind of like, I don't know, man. I really don't know. But yeah, I think once they kind of go on their rants, sometimes they just kind of, you know what I mean? They just vomit, oh, it sucks. It's, all that type of stuff. But yeah, it's pretty crazy. Neil saying, I give the story point to the thing. It really brings out a lot of tension and makes you second guess yourself all the way through. Kay's going with Halloween. Val is holding the torch, saying story, Halloween. Love the simplicity of the story. There you go. Scott saying, I love Halloween, but the thing gets the point for the story. The claustrophobic setting and the paranoia make the story more interesting. All right. Elm Street going with the thing as well. Mary says, yeah, the thing on story, because it's got excitement, intensity, and mystery. It has more thrills to it. Okay. Julie saying, dang, this is hard. Halloween for story spawned a whole franchise. All right. Retro Broski saying, I gotta lean more towards the thing as well. Okay. Ben saying, I'm really struggling to settle on one regarding story because they're very different, but equally good stories. Yeah, it's crazy. It really is. No doubt at all. And Philip says, we got 31 likes. All right. We got Brian in the chat too. Cool. And Hollywood Guy coming in with a super chat. We've got our first super chat. Thank you so much. We appreciate that. Definitely helps to support the channel and this series. Saying, I wish the thing had more movies and became a fan favorite franchise, but they made a prequel that didn't hook me and a video game as a sequel. I need more. All right. Very, very cool. I do agree. It would have been nice it's such a cool story, the way that it's told. It would have been cool to see, more of it. Although the prequel, I didn't mind the prequel other than the bad CGI. The CGI, because they were ready to do practical, but the CGI, the studio made that decision to kind of gloss over with a bunch of crappy CGI. The floating head. You remember, Kill? We talk about the floating head in the spaceship. What are you doing, man? It's like, have you not seen the 82 classic? You're up against it, bro. Hollywood Guy, let us know if you want those points to go to either film or if you just want to just do your super chat just to support us. Let us know. But thank you so much. We appreciate it. And let's do a clip. And sometimes when you are laser focused, there is nothing that will get in your way. You know what I'm saying, Kill? Like when you're playing football or something like that and you got to win the game, nothing is going to stop you, bro. And sometimes if that happens, this is what could happen.
Heavy.
There it is. Eric's shaking his head. Oh, Lord. You gotta love it, man. Thank you so much. Seriously, Hollywood Guy. We appreciate that. Seriously. Thank you so much. Val's laughing. He didn't even slow down. That's the thing that kills me about that one, man. You gotta win the race.
Where was that kid's parent?
That's exactly right.
Look, You want to play?
This is what happens. All right, man. Kill. Let's go to our next category. The music. Music. We've got music from Carpenter himself on Halloween. And then we got music from Ennio Morricone on The Thing. He did different music for The Thing, and Carpenter handpicked which one he wanted to use. And it is very Carpenter-like. But what do you think, bro?
You know, this question right here, I was dreading because John Carpenter music always wins, but there is no lying here. I am going with The Thing, and I'm gonna tell you why. Just you know, just the subtleness of like some of those like the bass guitar, like and you know what I'm talking about. You know, it's so many notes and tunes in The Thing that I know by heart because I've seen it so many times. I've seen both of these movies so many times, but overall, I'm going with The Thing. Don't get me wrong. I love the major score and the major theme song of Halloween. Hell, it's a national anthem for the holiday of Halloween. But there's no lying here. This is a close one. This is very close, but I'm going with The Thing.
All right. Okay. Eric, how about you?
This is really tough. It really is.
It is. It's so tough.
I'm gonna go with Halloween, and here's why. Kill said all the right points for The Thing. The reason why I'm gonna go with Halloween is it is iconic, and the thing is they're both great. But even people that have never seen 1978's Halloween, when they hear that, they know, oh, that's the Michael Myers song. You know what I mean? So it transcends the movie that it's from, and I think that says a lot, and that's why I'm going to give it the point.
Okay. All right. Coriander, how about you?
I like them both, but I'm going to go with Halloween. I just, enjoy it just a little bit more. So.
All right. Okay. Wow, man, this is this is really tough, man. God.
You think this is our toughest battle world in a long time? I think so.
I think so because both of these films, again, and I'm just speaking for me, but I know you guys, are kind of on the same page. Both of these films are fantastic, and in Kill and Coriander specifically. But Eric, I know you saw these when we did Horror for the Decades. And when we talked about, our favorites and all that type of stuff, a lot of times people say, well, what's your favorite horror movie? And there's been times when I've said either one of these, usually more than not, I'll lean to 78. But there's been times I said, look, man, The Thing is the best, there's just so much about it that's so good. So I do think this is a really tough battle. And at least for me, when I'm picking these, they're all close. They're so far anyways, they're all close. That being said, for the music, The Thing, what's so good about The Thing, and again, Ennio Morricone, did so many great things. I love his The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, all these different great films. He was able to capture something that sounded so otherworldly. Every time I hear that dun 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 dun, I think of something otherworldly, but yet something relatable, like a heartbeat, the heartbeat of the alien. And it's just so, like, it just hits you when it plays in this film. And, obviously with Carpenter's score in Halloween, Kill, you said it, it's iconic. It's like America's pastime for the holiday season. It's so good. And that's why I'm going to give it the point. I got to give the point to Halloween. It's really close. But the thing about Halloween, and not even just the regular score, but just some of the other things, even just the piano chords, dun 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 dun, it's just good shit, man. I'm just thinking about it right now, and I'm just like, wow. So I got to edge it out to Halloween on this one, but it's really close. It is very, very close. All right, let's jump let's jump to the chat real quick. I found my way out of that one. And Hollywood guy just being so awesome, saying points is all right, but I just wanted to super chat to support.
Very
Thank
cool.
you so much, man. We appreciate that. That's wow. Thank you. That's very, very cool. Thank you so much. We appreciate that. Dan saying the thing for music is a tough one. There you go. Kay's going with Halloween. Val saying for music, Halloween. You hear that music just sends chills up your spine. Yeah. Yeah. Neil saying going with Halloween for the soundtrack. That theme is just too iconic. Everyone on the planet recognizes it.
Mhm.
There you go. Troy going with the thing. All right. Mary going for Halloween. Scott saying Halloween for music. It's iconic and like a character unto itself. Well said. Philip is going with Halloween as well. Melissa saying Halloween music without a doubt. There is no doubt. Elm Street saying Halloween music is etched in my brain for eternity. He says, yes, Eric, iconic for sure.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Ben saying, I feel unfaithful to one by choosing the other.
Sophie's choice.
There you go. And Dominic's going with the thing. Very cool. And Val, thank you for reminding people. Definitely check out our front page. Hit the like button for upcoming streams. We try to have the streams up multiple days in advance, sometimes a week in advance. So and make sure the notifications are on. I know we've heard some people say they don't get notifications when they should, or sometimes even 30 minutes late. So unfortunately, YouTube makes it challenging. Really, really does. Ginger Ninja going with the thing. It's so atmospheric. We got Nanette in the chat. What's up, Nanette? Saying Halloween for the music. And Philip is working hard in the chat, keeping track of the likes with 36. There we go. Thank you so much. We appreciate the help, man. Seriously, very cool. Okay, Kill. Let's go to the opening. The opening of the film, which is usually the first couple minutes, might even be 15 minutes. What are your thoughts and who gets the point?
Okay, because Carpenter is a master, both openings have me intrigued. Halloween has me intrigued as to why this little kid just did this. But I'm giving it to the thing because I need to know why Norwegians in a helicopter are dropping grenades and shooting at a beautiful husky with the purest blue eyes. So cute. I would have died first because I would have been like, who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? And then, on top of it, they're speaking another language, which if you know that language, you know that he's saying, get away from the dog. That's not a dog.
Yeah, I've heard that.
That's literally what he's saying. So the movie could have ended really quick if they knew
that
language. But then on top of that, they blow themselves up. He gets shot by, one of the guys from the outpost. So it's just like, holy hell, a lot just happened in a short period of time. I need to know what's going on here. So yeah, I got to give it to the thing. All
right.
It's close, but I got to go with the thing.
Okay. All right. Eric, how about you?
Oh, again, me and Kill are right next to each other. It's the thing. And it's pretty much, again, like what he says. It's a very good stinger when it's revealed that it's Michael. And well, we know that it's Michael, but it's the fact that he's a kid. You know what I mean? That's the stinger. But why are people in a helicopter trying to shoot a husky? And then when they can't shoot it, because, I'm not saying it's easy to shoot a gun, a rifle or whatever outside of a helicopter. Then they try to blow the damn thing up with a grenade and they just happen to screw up. Why are they trying to kill a defenseless animal? That's bringing me into it more. We've already met the characters. They're playing pool, or McCready's getting pissed off at chess. You know what I mean? So we have that little bit as well. So got to go with the thing.
All right. Okay, Coriander, how about you?
I love the opening of the thing, but I mean, I gotta see. I love how you find out that it's this kid that just murdered this other kid, pretty much. So, yeah, man, that to me it just brings me in a little bit more. So
Oh, okay. All right. For me, this is tough, man, because obviously the opening to Halloween, it's so well done. That long shot is just, it was groundbreaking at the time. It's still awesome. It's still one of the great shots in horror and a great opening for horror. The idea of someone coming to kill, you know, um, this girl, and you have no idea who it is until he's unmasked. And I remember the first time I saw it, I was like, "That's who killed her? What? What?" And he just looked, dude. He was checked out. Michael went to lunch in that moment because his eyes were blank. I'm talking about like Acme blank, like a cartoon. And so you're just like, well, what's going on? And then it just fades out. And then of course, we're introduced to Loomis and all of that. Nurse Marion with the thing is just so cool. It's really, it has a little bit of, well, it's a very cinematic shot, of the mountains, and you see this helicopter, and you're wondering what's going on. And like you guys said, you guys already said it, but shooting at the dog, why are they shooting at this dog? I mean, and like you said, they're dropping bombs, bro. Like this is like World War.
Yeah,
What do you?
bullet
Why?
won't stop at this bomb, will they? Type this. What they're thinking. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So it's like there's so much intrigue in that. That being said, I'm getting the point. Halloween. That's what I'm going to do. And the deciding factor, because they're both great openings, the deciding factor is that tracking shot, that one shot. And when we spoke, when we had the opportunity to speak to some of the folks behind the scenes and really get a sense of how they crafted that shot, they could only do it in one take. You know what I mean? So it's not like you sit there and you break it up and all, because that was the whole idea. When we talked to Sandy Johnson, she basically had to sit upstairs and just keep, combing her hair. And she had to wait for the camera outside to take however long it would take to come through the house and come upstairs. So when she turns around, that was like a real reaction because she didn't know when it was going to happen. This is old school filmmaking, bro. They put in the time, and I really appreciate that. But that right there, I mean, and it did change films, not just horror. So that alone edges it out for me over the thing. So I got to give it to Halloween on that one. And shout out to Sandy Johnson, by the way. She's awesome. Very nice lady. Very nice lady. Okay. All right. Let's see what we got going on in the chat. You guys, Elm Street saying openings for both films are unsettling, but Halloween gets the edge. Ben saying Halloween captures me immediately. Val is holding the flag high. That's what she's doing. Saying the opening, Halloween, the POV, the lighting, the reveal. There you go. Nanette saying my vote goes to the thing for the opening shot. Okay. Hollywood guy saying it's been a bit since I've seen both movies. Ooh, well, treat yourself to watching these films. These are just so good, man. Philip saying both are great, but I have to go with Halloween. Okay. Paula saying Halloween, the use of the pumpkin, then when it was revealed, it was Michael. Wow. The opening was chilling. All right. Very, very cool. Okay, next up, Kill. We're going to talk about the atmosphere of the films. What do you think, and who gets the point?
Oh man, see, this is tough.
It is.
I like a good bottleneck film. And the atmosphere of the thing is so claustrophobic. It's deadly because if you go outside, you're gonna freeze to death, like McGrady almost did. But you're stuck inside and you don't know who you can trust. On the other side, we have Halloween, where it's Halloween time. You're in a small, good old American town. Oh man, there's no lying here. I gotta go with the thing, just for the sheer fact of being stuck in the research outpost. It's death outside in the form of hypothermia, and I don't know who I can trust inside. And it's just nah. So yeah, I gotta go with the thing.
All right, Eric, how about you?
I've said it many times, whether we're talking a Halloween movie or Friday the 13th, when it's a quiet dark street in a small town, that's very creepy and that's very atmospheric for me. But I'm going with The Thing because, like what Kill said, you're enclosed in this space and you don't know who you can trust. But the thing is, what pushes it over the edge for me is with it being in Antarctica and the way that Carpenter filmed it. And, it's both inside and outside very often. This movie makes me feel cold. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yes.
And that really helps a film. It's like Do the Right Thing. You feel like you're gonna sweat watching that movie. You're gonna freeze to death watching The Thing, and that really helps if we're talking atmosphere for a movie. I'm from Illinois. I don't like the cold, so The Thing, is definitely the choice for this one.
All right. Okay. Coriander, how about you?
Yeah, I agree with these two guys. I'm gonna have to give it to The Thing because just the fact that you're stuck in that one place, so yeah, man.
All right. Very cool. For me, and the chat is kind of, it's a couple different opinions there. Very, very cool. Nanette going with Halloween, Elm Street going with The Thing. For me, it's tough, right? Because atmosphere is used differently in these two movies, but it's excellent in my opinion. It's excellent in both movies. It really is. When you watch 78, man, it just makes me feel like autumn time. It feels like it's autumn time. It's very Halloween ish. The streets, even though they had to pick up the leaves and carry them, Robert Englund helped do it, but that's okay. They just threw those leaves down on the ground and it still looked great. The music helped. Everything about the movie really helped to bring that atmosphere there. With The Thing being stuck out in the middle of nowhere, they might as well have been on a different planet, is basically what we're saying here. They might as well have been on a different planet. There's nowhere to run, and you're stuck inside with a monster. You don't know who it could be. You can't go outside, or you can't stay outside. So it's like claustrophobia is just continuously is setting in more and more and more as the movie goes along, all the way to the end. And even when the generator is blown, it's like just when you thought it couldn't get any more intense with the atmosphere, it turns it up to 10. You know what I'm saying? So I got to give it to The Thing as well. It's very close between these two, but the fact of all the claustrophobia and the tension that's so thick throughout the film, pretty much right from the beginning, because right from the beginning, they don't know why the Norwegians did what they did, and they're already asking questions. Maybe they went, maybe it was cabin fever, maybe it was this, maybe it was that. Let's check them out. And it's just absolutely bonkers right from the beginning of the film. So I have to give it to The Thing as well. All right. Real quick in the chat, let's see what we got. Elm Street going with The Thing. Let's see. Philip saying, this is hard. That's right. Val saying, atmosphere, you're killing me here, Knight, but I have to give this one to The Thing. And she's got a frowny face. There you go.
Achievement unlocked. Look at that.
See?
Proof there is no lying.
There is no lying. That's what I love about these episodes. That's what I love about it. Good call, Val. Ginger Ninja saying The Thing. We got Matt in the chat. What's up, bro? Good to see you, man. The reason I like Halloween for atmosphere is that we are scared for these people being stalked well before they know, and they mostly know too late. That's a great point, man. That's so well said and so true. It's like we see this thing coming a mile ahead, and they have no clue until it's too late. Poor Annie, like I said, she created the Annie rules. Check your back seat, bro. It's crazy. It's crazy. Dan saying he's going with The Thing, the ultimate atmosphere. There you go. There you go. Let's see. And Brian saying, can anyone see me? Yes. Yes, we see you. What's going on, man? Good to see you. He says, I was on my phone and wondering. There you go. James going with The Thing. Dominic is going with The Thing. Brian is going with Halloween. Paul is going with Halloween. And Philip saying, I'll give it to The Thing. All right. Wow. It's crazy. It's crazy in here. Next up, Kill. we're going to talk about the characters. All characters are on the board, except for Michael Myers and, of course, the alien.
Okay.
So who gets the point?
I gotta go with the Thing. Now, mind you, I love the young ladies that we're following, in Halloween, and of course, I love Loomis. But I mean, you got McGrady, Childs, it's way too many. It's too many of them. And yeah, I don't know a lot about their backstory, but you know what? I don't need to know all of that. All I know is their mannerisms, their behaviors, some of them, their music taste, and just the sheer camaraderie that they all have. And then the paranoia that they all have when the shit hits the fan. Based on those alone, I would be lying if I didn't give it to the Thing. So
okay, all right, Eric, how about you?
Oh, we're going the Thing. Excuse me, we're going the Thing. We've praised Lumis. He's the best hype man. Other than Colonel Troutman. That's an ongoing thing on this channel. And if anyone knows me, I've been in love and it's still in love with PJ Souls to this day. And Linda's a fun character, but they're no McCready. They're no Keith David. I love all of these characters in the Thing, whether it's those guys. Poor Windows, you know what I mean? The guy can't catch a break.
No, he can't.
TK Carter is fun when we do get to see him. Wilfred Brimley, whether he's trying to figure this thing out or losing his mind. And then, Rich and poor Richard Mazer, he's just a simple guy who loves the dogs. Every character is different. They all fit well together, and you believe that camaraderie in the beginning, and then you believe how they don't trust anyone at the end. Better use, not no disrespect to Pleasance, better actors. It's hard to compete with Kurt Russell and Keith David alone. So,
all right, true. Okay, Coriander, how about you?
I do love, Kurt Russell and Keith David, but I have to go with, Jamie Lee and obviously, Donald Pleasance and all of her buddies, because it was just, I'm picking them.
All right. Okay. This is difficult. Okay. For me anyways, this is really difficult because, in both movies we have, some characters that are in the front and then we've got some characters that are kind of, supporting. And obviously, and it, advantages go one way or the other with any of these episodes. And there's more characters, in the Thing that we're around the whole movie because that's what the story calls for. And in Halloween, we've got characters kind of all over the place. We've got Linda and Annie and Laurie that are together, and then sometimes they're separate. We got Loomis who's trying to hunt down Michael, and he's trying to explain to Charles Cyphers, about this evil. It's really tough. It is really tough. But there is no lying here. You guys know who my favorite horror character is of all time, man. And I got to go with Halloween. Loomis alone. Listen, let me just say something. Every time when I was a kid, this is how good he is. And obviously I love Laurie Strode. She's my favorite final girl. PJ Souls, all those folks. But when I was a kid, and Kill, you might remember this, even when we were kids, when I was a kid, I was captivated by this guy, man. I really was. Because I was just like, as he's talking, it's like you listen, and that's what I did. And he, to me, is the heart and soul, of this film and of the movies that he was in. And it was such a stroke of luck to get him into this character, because originally that wasn't the plan. They were thinking of Christopher Lee, Peter Cushing, and Donald Pleasance came on board mainly because he had heard about Assault in Precinct 13, and I think it was his kid had liked it or something like that, and said, this director John Carpenter, he's pretty cool. So listen, man, it's really, really tough, but I can't go against Loomis, bro. I'm just being honest.
All right.
I just can't. As much as I love, Keith David and
Mhm.
McCready, because they're awesome. But even though there's more characters, they're spread apart more too. So it's an advantage disadvantage type of thing.
Mhm.
Like Loomis's speeches alone outweigh those single moments in the thing, to me, anyways. Because it's multiple characters sharing their time. So yeah, man, this was tough. This was really tough, man.
I'm kind of surprised. I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of surprised on that one.
Man, I'm just sitting there, and all I can hear in the back of my mind is, the blackest eyes, the devil's eyes, and they're just, even in the beginning, when he's driving in the car with Nurse Marion, he's just captivating. I just love his performance so much. And Jamie Lee Curtis, and I've said this before too, Laurie Strode. And again, this is because this was early in my fandom, so this is a strong connection for me. But Laurie Strode as a character was just such a big thing, and I still really love her character, but I just gravitate towards her so much just because of how she's just a regular girl.
Yeah,
she's a cool girl. She's a nice girl. She's defending those two kids basically with her life, which I thought was really cool. But she's definitely afraid. She's fearful for her life, and she's just trying to find a way on the go. She's putting on Band-Aids is basically what she's doing, trying to figure this thing out. So, yeah, man.
I get you.
Yeah.
I get your answer, and I agree with a lot of what you're saying. But what about McCready's speech when he's testing the blood?
I love it. I love it.
I know who I am, and here's to prove it.
We're going to find out who's
We're going to find out.
I love it. It was tough though, man. If you ask me tonight, I could change it.
Yeah.
Val saying characters: Halloween, Annie, Linda, Lumis. Enough said. Brian says the thing gets this one. Neil, I'd rather not spend the rest of this winter tied to this fucking couch.
Let me out, man. Come on, let me out.
I love it. That's why I put that little clip in there, man. You notice
I laugh. I know. I laugh every time I see Keith.
Same here.
When we were kids, man, and they're sitting right next to Palmer, and he's changing, and they're just like freaking out. We used to laugh our asses off so much, man. That was like a running joke we had as growing up. So awesome stuff.
We were a little twisted.
We were. It worked out okay, though. It worked out okay.
Yeah.
Val's got Eric's link in the chat, so definitely, if you haven't already, please make sure you subscribe to Eric's channel. Hey, Internet, Eric here. We also have the link in our descriptions on every episode in this series, which again, we're about 34 episodes into the Battle World series. Plus, we've got his link all over the channel. He's been with us so much. He's family. So definitely make sure you subscribe to Eric. He's awesome.
Appreciate it.
All right. And Philip, Knight, I thought Ginny was your favorite. I'm just saying overall, man. I'm just saying overall. I love it. Matt saying Donald Pleasance was the GOAT for sure. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. James saying the thing for me, so many characters, and you get to know all of them. Yeah. Elm Street saying that characters in the thing are epic, but Halloween takes the win. This is a hard one. It is. It truly, truly is. Yeah. And DJ's in the chat. What's up, DJ? Good to see you. All right. Very, very cool. Philip is keeping track. I love it. 41 likes. Thank you so much. We appreciate you, Philip. Very, very cool. We appreciate you keeping a lookout. It helps us out, no doubt at all. Okay, next up, Kill. Direction. So Carpenter obviously directed both films. Who gets the point for his direction? The Thing or Halloween?
I love the direction of both. I think both do amazing things. You spoke about it earlier, the tracking shot in Halloween and so forth. But I'm gonna go with The Thing. And it seems like I know every time I answer, it's like The Thing. But to be able to film the movie, keep certain people in the shadows, or have other people who aren't even a part of the cast, hey, you production guy, I need you to sit here so we can illuminate a light on you so they'll see a silhouette and no one will know who you are. He had to do a lot of interesting things with the camera work, so we still couldn't tell who's the thing, who's infected, etc., etc. Then on top of that, the cinematography, the special effects, I mean, and also juggling so many characters that we don't learn a lot of their backstory, but we know them. We know Windows, we know Childs. You know, we know that Childs and McCready kind of butt heads a lot. You don't have to go too deep into it. It's all there. And in my opinion, for the most part, every character gets a little shine. And you know, no disrespect to Halloween, but I just think to be able to do all of that and to still keep certain things secret just by the way it's shot, that's a lot of complexity there. And yeah, I got to go with the thing.
All right. Okay. Eric, how about you?
Man, Kill literally said everything I was going
I'm
to
sorry.
say. No, it's all good. We're going with the thing because the main thing he brought up, and I am glad he did, is how well Carpenter keeps it a secret. The silhouette. You don't know who the hell is sitting there. And like Kill said, I know it was someone that wasn't the cast. I don't know who it was when that dog walks in. And all the way to the end, that secret is there. And that is what I love because now everyone's got a theory. Is it McCready? You know, is it Keith David? Is it both? Is it neither? You know what I mean? Like I already said, you feel cold. You have the paranoia. And it's more challenging in the thing because of the extra characters, but that means you have to work with more. And you have to keep them paranoid. But also, like he said, with Childs and McCready, they butt heads. But Keith David still, you know, Childs still has that respect for McCready because I think, you know, he doesn't want to listen to him, but he still does what he's told when he needs to. So you can tell that these actors have great chemistry, and that comes from a great director. So I'm going with the thing.
All right. How about you, Coriander?
I think Halloween's great. You can't hear? Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. And I think I'm gonna have to go with a thing, just because. I mean, the special effects and filming. This was really incredible. You know, the dog scene, Spiderhead, the scene where the redheaded dude, you know, with his hands and his scream. You know, he had a lot more that he had to work with, you know, than in Halloween. So, yeah, that's how I had to decide. So,
okay,
there you go.
All right. You know, I think obviously, you know, like you guys say, you guys have pretty much all said it. I mean, the directing in both of these films is so good, you know, because both of these films accomplish what they set out to do with the thing, you know, the atmosphere, the paranoia, the claustrophobia, the way that it's shot. There's a lot of great scenes where Carpenter, the way he just shot the movements of the characters, you know, like when they would all be in a room together doing things, like it didn't feel unnatural. You really felt like you were in the room with them because of the way that Carpenter would set up the shots, which is very difficult to do. So it just looks fantastic. And with Halloween, obviously, this whole idea of this build up to this killer, you know, who's been stalking these babysitters, how that all comes to be, and building up that tension through the different character interactions. And like was said earlier, like we know something's going to happen. These characters don't know it, but yet as a viewer, we're still on the edge of our seat because we don't know how or when. So to be able to hold that focus and that attention, that's a really, really difficult thing to do. And we've seen enough slasher movies to know that it's a difficult thing to do. But Carpenter was able to do it so well with a film that was very, very linear, right? So that's a credit to direction, his ability. That being said, I have to give the point to the thing. And the reason being is that, again, you have all of these moving parts that any of those moving parts, if they were, you know, under, then it would have maybe made the whole thing collapse a bit. You know, any of these secondary characters or any part of the mystery, some of the camera work when you're in an enclosed area, if you don't have the right way that you project the scene, then it just takes you out of it. But you really felt like you were in this station with these guys. and you really felt everything that they were feeling. And that is a true test of John Carpenter's great direction. It really is. I mean, obviously it's a great cast, it's a great script, everything's great, but he was that glue. He put all of that together. And like I said, it was the longest production he's ever done. You know, it was well over a year from the beginning to the end of getting the thing done. And it shows, you know, it's a lot of hard work, and it shows in the final product. So I got to give this one to The Thing. All right, real quick in the chat, let's see what these guys are saying. Dan is going with The Thing. All right. Hey, we got Jeff in the chat. What's going on, Jeff? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Neil is saying I'm going with Halloween for direction because it was just so groundbreaking for its time. Well said. Well said. It truly was. It set the template for the slasher craze, man, which went for another 6 or 7 years after it came out. Well, 8 years actually or so. Paula going with Halloween. Brian going with Halloween. DJ going with Halloween. MK going with Halloween due to originality. Elm Street going with The Thing. Matt's going with Halloween. His direction created an genre. There you go. Very, very cool. Ben saying I'm going with Halloween mostly due to the pacing. The Thing is kind of a slow burn for the first act and a half, but Halloween gives you just enough to process on the go. That's a good point. That's really well said. Yeah, they do find a way to kind of keep things going. You got Lumis that is giving you the backstory, and obviously he's on the hunt. It's a very good point, Brian. Ben, I'm sorry. Val saying direction goes to Halloween. They had to come up with because of the minimum budget influenced many future movies. There you go. Neil saying you got to give props to Carpenter. He showed us how you make a slasher and how you do a remake. Yes, that is so true. That's good. I like that. And we got Jeff saying I'm going with the direction of The Thing. Okay, very, very cool. All right, next up, Kill. Favorite scene. Your favorite scene in either movie. What are you going with?
You know, I always go off of the first thing that comes to my mind. The blood test. the blood test on The Thing. I mean, McCready had just, you know, pretty much they just left him to hang out to dry and locked him out. He gets back in, and then he's like, hey, you know, we got to do the blood test. And just the sheer fact of kind of watching that scene and feeling tension, comedy, you know, fear, you know, it's all wrapped up there. And then on top of that, I mean, McCready, you know, he really had some great dialogue there, you know, and once again, just like we had talked a little earlier, him and Childs, even though Childs is tied up, he's still talking shit to McCready. Oh, yeah, so you killed an innocent man, huh? So that makes you a murderer. Yeah. It's like, dude, who has a flamethrower in your face? Okay?
Yeah, right.
You know, but yeah, it's just a great scene, and that's the first thing that popped in my mind. So yeah.
All right, Eric, how about you?
Going The Thing, and it's close to the blood test, but it's a little before that. It's when McCready finally gets inside after freezing his ass off, and he's threatening everybody with the dynamite. And what I loved about that is they have their reasons. You can 100% see why they think it might be him. But what sells that scene and what makes me love that scene so much is you knew for a fact that McCready was going to blow them all to hell. You know, and you know, if someone just said the wrong word or got a little too close, and it's all in the performance of Kurt Russell, his face, he's got that paranoid, pissed off face, and then just the way that Carpenter has that red light, you know, on his face mixed with the white snow, you know, the whiteness from the snow in his beard and everything. That's a freaking phenomenal scene. Love it.
All right. Okay. Coriander, how about you?
So I guess I'm gonna have to go with The Thing also, but I'm gonna pick this scene with in the dog pen when it starts changing, and I felt so bad for that poor dog that was trying to bite through the,
Mm-hmm.
the fencing, and yeah, it was, yeah.
All right.
I'm picking that scene.
Okay. Well, for me, I mean, there's great scenes in both of these movies, and definitely, well, that dog pen scene that was rough the first time I saw that.
Yeah.
The blood test scene is iconic, but there is no freaking lying here, and I'm gonna tell you, my favorite scene is when Michael emerges from the darkness and attacks Laurie, and then it's on. To this day, and I've seen. I can't even put a number to how many horror movies I've seen. That is still near the top, if not at the top. The way that they did the lighting to get the mask just right, just to barely see it, and coming out, and then slashing at Laurie, she falls down the steps, and then that music cuts in, and then it's like the first thought in my mind is like, bro, you are in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
You are in trouble, because basically Michael was playing with his food up to that point. He's like, okay, it's time to eat. That's basically what was going on. And Laurie was and Jamie Lee Curtis, I should say, was so convincing as Laurie, as an innocent, young lady, that you really didn't know if she could find a way out of this thing. Even when she's running, and getting out of the house. And I mean, it's just like, you're just tied to your seat, on the edge of your seat. It's an absolute amazing scene. Everything that goes along with it, Nick. And also, let me just give some credit to Nick Castle as well. Because sometimes that gets lost in the mix. The way he moved as Michael was very good too. Because we've seen, or I should say, I've seen slasher movies where the killer, whether it's a killer without a mask or with a mask, sometimes it's just not convincing, or it doesn't scare you. It just doesn't work. Some way, somehow, Nick Castle was able to project himself physically under a mask. And I'll just never forget the first time I saw that scene. I couldn't believe it. I was like, what? And it's so weird because he was standing there the whole time. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it wasn't like he was coming out from behind a wall. He's in the doorway right there, playing peekaboo. So I gotta go. I gotta go with that scene. It's just always going to be like so amazing to me. All right. Let's see. Val saying favorite scene when Laurie looks at Lumis and asks, "Is that the boogeyman?" There you go. There you go. Elm Street saying the spider head.
Yeah.
Very cool. Yep. MK saying favorite scene, the famous Myers wall impale, head tilt. There you go. Scott going with the defibrillator scene, the blood test for Brian. All right. Let's see. Troy going with the blood test scene. Philip saying Halloween when Laurie sees the open window and gets the knitting needle and Michael is behind her and she stabbed him in the neck. Yeah, that was a good scene too. Very cool scene. Let's see. Matt saying the ghost scene in Halloween is iconic and the horror of it stays with you. Yeah. Neil saying Michael coming out of the shadows behind Laurie for me. There you go. There you go. All right. Very, very cool. And Ben saying any scene that Lumis participates in. I like that. That's cool. All right. Next up, Kill.
Mm-hmm.
More iconic. And when we talk about these subgenres, at this point now, both movies well over, The Thing for sci-fi horror and Halloween for the slashers. Which film do you give the point to as being more iconic?
I'm gonna have to go with Halloween. Halloween, it's an OG. It really informed the world on what slashers can do. It created this franchise. Hell, the music, like I said earlier, the main theme of this movie is kind of like the theme for the holiday Halloween. Jamie Lee Curtis is an OG scream queen, and like literally a great final woman. So yeah, I gotta go with Halloween on this. No disrespect to The Thing, but gotta go with Michael Audrey Myers.
All right. Okay. Eric, how about you?
I always got to throw in that middle name.
That's right.
I'm
That's
going with
right.
Halloween too. I mean, again, no lying. it's not just because it's an iconic theme. It helped start the slasher genre. There were some before, but it helped it. If it wasn't for Halloween, we would not have Friday the 13th, because Sean Cunningham says he ripped off Halloween and made Friday the 13th. So that says enough as it is. But not just that, is everyone still talks about Halloween to this day. Not everyone still talks about The Thing. You know what I mean? It has its fans, but everyone everywhere talks about Halloween. Even in freaking February, April, people are still talking about Michael Myers. It made the kitchen knife a iconic weapon in the genre, like Jason and his machete and Freddy and the glove. Gotta go Halloween.
All right. Okay, Coriander, how about you?
Oh God, yeah, this is probably like the easiest question of the night. Definitely Halloween.
All
For
right.
reasons both of these guys said, So
Okay.
yeah.
All right. Neil saying sometimes the killer just doesn't scare you. You mean like Madman Night? Laughing out loud. Yeah, that's right, man. He didn't scare. He couldn't scare anyone. It's just crazy. It's a bad movie. Coriander, you remember that movie?
Which one?
Madman.
Yes.
The one where the girl gets into the refrigerator while the guy is in the. What are you doing? God.
Yep.
Oh
Coming to the battle world, Madman.
Dude, I'm telling you.
No.
I'm telling
Yeah,
you.
I
No.
doubt that.
I don't know about that. For me, both of these movies are great, but you guys said it. It has to go to Halloween, and I think the biggest reason why is, even though many people will credit The Thing as an amazing sci-fi horror classic, which it is, and they'll say also that Halloween is a classic. But the thing that Halloween, what gives it the edge to me, is that really, like you guys had said, or you had said too, Eric, it really started this whole slasher thing, man. It really, really did. It wasn't the first, and you got to give credit to things like Black Christmas. Carpenter was inspired by Bob Clark and Black Christmas, of course, but Psycho, Peeping Tom, TCM. So it wasn't the first, but it just made such an impression that all of a sudden people were like, yeah, we can do this stuff. And of course, we got Friday the 13th, which accelerated that whole movement. So, I mean, Halloween, in other words, Halloween has been connected to so many other great films that are slashers. I mean, from Friday the 13th all the way down to Scream, all the way down to right now today with something like Thanksgiving. You can really look back and trace it back to Halloween. So that says so much about what this movie is and how iconic it is. So got to give that point to Halloween.
The thing about Halloween as well is, even people who hate horror movies, or let's just say there is no sequels or prequels, people who don't like horror movies or have never seen either one, they still know of Halloween and who Michael Myers is. So that says a lot,
right? Absolutely. And think about this too.
My daughter knows who Michael Myers is. You know what I mean? She's never seen Halloween. She doesn't know who or what The Thing is.
Right, exactly. And think about this too. I mean, the longevity of the franchise. I mean, we've had movies in every decade since the 70s, and Jamie Lee Curtis has been in every movie, in every decade. It's absolutely crazy. And it kind of had a late start. Like, it started off in 78, but Michael Myers wasn't in a movie from 1981 until 1988 with Halloween 4. So that was 7 years that Michael Myers was not, out there, and that's where Freddy and Jason really rose to the top, especially Freddy at that point when you're talking about 1988, because that was right after Dream Warriors. But because Michael and this franchise is so iconic and so popular and done so well, in general, he was able to kind of come back and catch up, and then it's like a marathon, right? And so I think, again, that just speaks to how iconic this franchise is, starting with this film. So it's just crazy when you think about it. It really, really is. All right, Kill, let's go to our next category. You knew we had to go here sooner or later. Lumis or Blair? Who are you giving the point to?
Okay, so this is the first and probably only easy streak here. I'm giving it to Lumis. Like, look,
Yeah, you are.
Lumis, other than Troutman, best hype man ever. Blair, Blair was cool. Blair was even funny.
Yeah, he was.
I'm okay now. I want out. Let me out. I'm
much better
good.
now.
I'm much better now. Don't look at this noose. Just let me out.
You think that thing wanted to be a dog? No, he wanted to be us.
But Lumis, he literally is the hype man for Michael. He's letting the world know, this guy is darkness incarnate, the blackest eyes. Like, there's no soul there. He shot him 7 times. So yeah, easy street, Lumis.
All right, Eric, how about you?
Yeah, I excuse me. I gotta go with Dr. Lumis. Blair's good. He's fun. But what I like about Lumis is he does more with less. And what I mean by that is there are scenes where Blair loses his mind. He's taking the axe to all the machinery and stuff like that. It's loud, it's boisterous. Lumis, other than maybe a couple scenes, he whispers a lot. You know what I mean? He's very. You two are wrestling fans. He's like Jake the Snake Roberts, and he's always said this. Hulk Hogan, the Ultimate Warrior, they always yelled and screamed. Jake talks softly. So you want to get closer and hear what he's saying. You're focused more on that. Donald Pleasance was amazing. Gotta go.
I like that parallel. That was really good because Jake, when Jake talked, you listened, man, because you knew he was all about that business and that DDT, right?
Yep. You can yell and scream, and people will know what you're saying. But if you really want them to listen, you gotta speak softly.
That's right. I like that. All right. Neil keeping track of the history lesson, saying Cunningham says he ripped off Halloween, but he actually ripped off Bay of Blood. That's a good point, man. Bay of Blood definitely needs to get more credit too with slashers and the beginning of slashers, no doubt at all. All right, Coriander, how about you? Who are you going with?
This is an obvious one. No.
Blair it is.
Blair.
Yeah, right.
Wow.
No. Yeah, exactly. No, obviously Loomis,
Okay.
So there you go.
Okay. Ben saying, I'm glad you mentioned Bob Clark Knight because I think you should do a battle between Black Christmas and Death Dream. All right. That could be fun.
I've never seen Death Dream.
Do we have that on
either.
I think I had put that on the list, Ben, because you had mentioned that before. I think I did put that on the list. Good idea, though. MK saying Loomis destroys here. Okay. Wow.
Right?
There's no doubt. Okay. Hey, look. Val says, do I even need to type my answer?
No, we know Val.
There you go.
I'm just happy Val voted for the thing once.
That's right.
I'm
One
good for
time.
the night.
That's all it takes. That's right.
Yep.
Elm Street going with Loomis. Neil saying he didn't shoot him 7 times until the sequel. Yeah, you got to love the little flubs. That's right. Yeah, you guys know who I'm going with. I'm going with Lumis. There's no doubt. And Wilford Brimley was great as Blair. It was great moments, like you guys said. I think he was very important to the overall success of the thing and how the story was crafted. He was so good in this. I wish I had seen him in more stuff, And I'm not well, I guess we could count Hard Target with Van Damme too. But I'm just saying he had a great presence in this film, and I thought he was fantastic. But nobody beats the Pleasance. Okay. I'm just saying. All right. Real quick, we got Jeff coming in with a super chat. All right. Thank you so much, Jeff. We appreciate that. $10 super chat saying, how can you not give it to Dr. Lumis? Death has come to your town. With lines like that, the evil is gone. The evil is gone. The evil is gone from here. You just gotta love it.
Wow.
All right. So Jeff, we're putting 10 points. Thank you so much for your super chat. 10
Very
points to Halloween. All right. We got Caden in the chat too. What's going on? And Jeff, for your super chat, we're gonna play a clip. And you know what, Kill? Sometimes when you're just feeling really good, and it may not be summertime, but you might want to just take a little dip, And this is what could happen when you do that, okay?
We.
There it is. Look
Oh
at
my
Kill.
God.
Welcome back, Kill.
That was a good one.
You like that?
I did.
What are we doing with our lives here?
Oh my God.
Okay.
What are we
You're
doing?
gonna
You know,
play.
we're not
Can
the
you
ones
play it
finding the
again?
clips.
Can you
Hey.
play it again? That was $10. Come on.
If we get another one, we'll play it again. That wasn't
Oh,
good.
come on.
Bring back the candy cane.
No, I'd rather watching Body Surf.
Hey,
or
look.
Tony the Tiger. Where's Tony the Tiger when
Hey,
you
look.
need
Can I say something? Kill, when you put your head down and you start. What was going through your head, man? Michael deserves to take a dip too, man, for the fun of it. He got
Yeah, he
shot
does.
600 times at the end of 4. Come on. He was tired.
Mhm.
You didn't like the way he was having fun?
All that
Oh,
was
no,
missing was the inner tube, you know?
Yeah, some floaties.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, that was hilarious. Okay.
Wow.
Oh, that was great. These guys, yeah, they liked it too. Good job, guys. Good job. Good job. Oh, wait a minute. We got Hollywood guy is coming in with a super chat.
Oh, Jesus.
Hollywood guy. Sorry to ask, but who is in the lead if you can say? You know what? I'm gonna be honest. It looks really, really tight. It really, really does. It does, Hollywood guy.
I think the Thing has the lead right now.
It could.
That's what I
could.
think.
It
Yeah.
could. Yeah. It really could. Well, Hollywood guy, I guess you're gonna make people's nights
Here we
because
go.
people want to have some fun, and we're not talking about going to Splash Town. Here we go.
We.
Oh, that's good.
There it is. Wow. That was great. And Troy coming in with a channel member anniversary,
Mhm.
and he was trying to beat Hollywood guy to the punch, saying play it again. Troy, thank you so much, man. We appreciate the support.
Right? Thank you, Troy.
5 months, man, saying it was for coriander. Play it again. Thank you so much, man. We appreciate you so much, man. Seriously. Thank you so much for the
Right?
support. Oh man, that was good. I've totally lost everything here. We got
Yeah, we know.
yesterday's in the chat.
Hey, Derek.
Pop it in for a quick hello to say the Thing is overall superior in my book. Long day on the route.
Attaboy.
Replay will keep me company tomorrow. There you go. Thank you so
All
much, man.
right. Yeah.
Thank you so
Enjoy
much.
your
We appreciate
evening.
it. Yeah. Neil saying, where did Michael learn to float? Right. Not from Pennywise.
Everybody floats, you know?
Yeah. You're all right. You're all right. All right. Next category kill. We got to find out Laurie Strode or RJ McCready. Who are you going with?
I'm gonna go with McCready. And the reason I'm going with McCready, no disrespect to Laurie, love Laurie. This version of Laurie is not as prepared, which some people could say that that's a good thing. She's not as prepared, but she triumphed.
Mhm.
But McCready is an agent of chaos, and you learn that very early on when he loses to a computer game, and instead of just accepting defeat, he destroys the computer by pouring vodka down it, which means for the rest of his tour at the outpost, he's not going to get to play. So that just informs what we were talking about earlier when Eric brought up the dynamite. He would have blown that mother up.
Mhm.
Okay, he is an agent of chaos in the best possible way.
Yeah.
And what I like about McCready is he's smart. He figures it out. He figures, hey, you know, this thing, every part of it wants to exist and live. And he just puts some good old fashioned, let's just do some dumb logic. Let's just threaten the blood.
Yeah, there you go.
Just, hey, let's see what sticks. And you know, and he's just funny. You know, he's your unlikely hero, you know.
Mhm.
So yeah, I gotta go with McCready.
All right. Okay. Eric, how about you?
Oh, it's no contest for me. It's McCready, and it's not just my love for Kurt Russell. Okay, I like this Laurie. You know what I mean? They're my love of Laurie is peaks and valleys. You know what I mean with this franchise. I like this Laurie. You know, she's the good girl. You know, she just wants to study. She wants to go out on dates. You know what I mean? She doesn't mind that she's stuck babysitting, and then she's Mama Bear at the end. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But this is McCready when he's not calling the chess game a bitch and frying her. You know what I mean? He takes charge by the end of this movie, and you guys pointed it out last week. He's not the leader; he's just the pilot. You know what I mean? So he's cool enough and he's respected enough to take charge. And these people, even Keith David, as stubborn as he is, will listen to him because he respects him enough. You know what I mean? And like Kill said with the agent of chaos, he will blow your ass up if you leave him out there and he don't trust you and you don't do his little blood test. And he's got one of the most final scene notwithstanding, because we don't know if anyone is the thing. His final line to the thing itself, you know, well, F you too.
Yeah.
That's a fist pump moment. You know what I mean? So he's just so damn cool. Go McCready.
All right. Coriander, how about you?
I mean, I'm a big Kurt Russell fan, you know, especially when he's in his tight jeans. So maybe if he had those on in this movie, I'd be like, he's
Just
got
give
my
the
vote.
answer.
I was waiting for it.
I am.
God, man.
So no. I mean, Lori is like, I love her character. And yeah, I have to go with my girls. So there you go.
All right. Okay. You know, I think this is tough, man. It's really tough because you're talking about two great characters. You know, one character that was up against an impossible situation in an impossible environment, and then you've got another situation where you just have a regular young lady who is finding out that this is a horrible holiday to be babysitting, and truly is, you know, one of the templates for final girls, you know. And this is tough, man. I really could go back and forth on this, but I got to give it to McCready on this. And the reason why is because what he went through the movie, you know, it was a roller coaster. You know, in the beginning, he's just chilling. He doesn't really give a shit that the Norwegians blew up. He just wants to get back to, you know, hanging out and drinking and just chilling. And even when they go and investigate, you know, he's just like, all right, let's go. And, you know, but then things change, you know, and you see his character adapt, you know, and it's just really interesting to watch throughout the whole film, this arc that Kurt Russell goes through with this character who's absolutely fantastic, and all the way right up to the end. And it's so fitting and it fits his character perfectly. Let's just sit here and let's just see what happens. It's like, wow. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
He looks so tired when he says that. You know what I mean?
He is.
Well, and plus, Childs is the thing. So,
yeah. Well,
look, hey, you remember they said let's all prepare our own food and drink, and he gave him the drink and he took it, and then he just looked at him like, oh.
He's like, oh, I like that.
Because if that was really Childs, yeah, they all agreed we'll make our own food and drink, but that's neither here, but he is the thing. So just saying.
There you go. All right. Okay. In the chat, we've got people going on both sides. Laurie, McCready, Val saying SOB, have to give another one to the thing. McCready is just badass. There you go.
Yes. Take it.
Go. All right. Elm Street going with Laurie. All right. Scott's going with McCready. Matt saying, I know this is a shocker. I'll give it to McCready. Laurie was way more helpless in the first movie. Yeah, she was. She was. But I don't find that as a bad thing. I mean, that to me, if anything,
yeah, she did what she had to do to survive.
She
kept a couple kids alive.
Yeah. Yes, I was just about to say that, man. She had 2 kids that she basically, you know, went to bat for. And when she was in that closet and there was no way out, she's like, let me take this clothes hanger. Like that. When I first saw that, I was like, wow, that's a smart chick.
Yep.
She knows what to do when she has to, right?
Mhm.
Same thing with McCready. You know, he knows what he has to do when he has to. So, all right, next category kill: Michael Myers or The Thing. Who are you giving the point to?
I-
Jeez.
okay, this is hard because the thing is everything.
That's right.
Right?
That's right.
Okay, I mean, all right. Hey, I'm gonna logic this. I'm going with the thing because the thing is an alien from another planet or millions of planets and knows more.
Okay,
It's-
hold on. Let me just say something. I'm not saying who could win because obviously that would be The Thing. I'm talking about as far as a character. You know, which character would you give the point to? Whether it's your favorite or it's definitely not a battle because The Thing would
Okay.
win that easily. So we're not talking about all that. So just to preface that for you and for the live chat, I should have explained that.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Well, all right. The thing literally can be any of the guys at the outpost. But I'm gonna go with Michael, even though he doesn't talk. The mask is there, the mannerisms, the fastest slow walker on the planet. He is the shape. He'll just chill in the darkness until he comes up and tries to tickle you. So yeah, I hey, how you doing, Lori? Just like wee, tickle.
That's funny.
Someone do that fan fiction. You just make Michael Myers the tickler. He just comes up and
Oh God.
it's like whatever. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Michael on this one.
All right, Eric, how about you?
Jesus.
Shaking his head.
The tickler.
Tickling or not, I'm going with The Thing, and the reason why is I'm going with the creativity on the different forms it could take. Whether it is that, as bad as it sounds, that inside out dog, you know what I mean? Or the thing with the mouth in the stomach, or the head with the spider legs, or anything like that, or just when Wilford Brimley sticks his hand inside that dude's face, you know what I mean? There's nothing it really can't do or change into. Michael's cool and all, but The Thing is better.
All right. Okay. Coriander, how about you?
I mean, if you said that you can vote for your favorite, then I'm going to vote for Michael. So
All right.
there you go.
Okay. All right. These guys in the chat are kind of split. Troy going with The Thing. MK going with Michael. Ginger Ninja saying Michael is more of a menace, but The Thing is terrifying. The Thing wins. All right. Phillips going with Michael. All right. For me, I mean, this isn't even close. And I love The Thing as a movie and as an alien. It's a fantastic alien and all of that type of stuff. But Michael Myers is an icon. He's on the Mount Rushmore. There's just no. It's not. This was the easiest one for me. Well, not the easiest, but it was an easy one for me. So I'm definitely giving the point to Michael Audrey Myers.
Tickle.
That's right.
The best swimmer around.
The fastest slow walker and the best swimmer on this side of Haddonfield. All
Best
right.
And he
driver.
can drive.
Riding
Yeah.
dirty. You know what he does.
Riding dirty.
Stopping at 7-Elevens
And he's
all across the
walking
country.
dirty.
That's right.
Can't forget that.
Going to bathrooms, messing with Joe Grizzly. You know what he does.
He
All
picks
right.
out the best knives by testing them in your back.
He does.
He tickles you with those knives. That's what he does.
Yeah. Hey, look, man, that scene was fantastic, man, because when he was doing that, I was just like, holy crap. You know what I mean? He's just going through the different knives and stabbing.
Yeah,
That
just
is
seeing
crazy
what
stuff.
goes better through the flesh.
Yeah, man. And Val, thank you so much for reminding people. If you've been gifted a membership, definitely, if you'd like to continue it, you've got to make sure you go to your settings and hit the auto renewal button. Thank you so much. We appreciate you reminding folks about that, Val. Okay, Kill. Next up, the finale. The finale to the films. Usually the last, 10, maybe 15 minutes. Obviously, with The Thing, we're talking about once they are basically setting up the place to blow it up. And then, of course, with Halloween, once Laurie walks across that street and sees, Annie there with the headstone all the way to the end. So who gets the point?
This is tough because the ending of The Thing for me is kind of fast and kind of not the best. Now that aside, I love the final scene with Childs and McCready. But I gotta go. There's no line here. I gotta go with Halloween, because once she crosses that street, it's main event time. It's look, it's the rumble in the jungle. She is dodging the tickler, and
Wow.
she is the fastest unraveler of a metal hanger I've ever seen. And I've done that.
Yes.
It is hard to unravel a metal hanger that fast. And you know, her fingers, they seem a little petite, but she is able to do it. And does it fast enough that straightens out that metal hanger. For you younger guys, you may not really have a lot of metal hangers nowadays because it's plastic, but back in the day, that's all you had.
Oh, we still got some here,
yeah. It's harder to find them nowadays. But she, and Knight, I think you alluded to this. She did what she had to. She knew he knew that she was in there. Like, what do I got? Okay, let me unravel this and just pray. Between that and then, Lumis coming in to save the day and the body being there, and then he's gone. Fabulous ending. The music kicks in, the credits roll
with the breathing.
Yeah. No disrespect to the Thing. I love the final scene with McCready and the Thing. I mean, Childs. But I gotta go with Halloween on this one.
I like that how you're throwing that in there. That's good for you.
Hey,
good
man.
for you, buddy. All right, Eric, how about you, man?
No line, whether I want to or not, I gotta give it to Halloween. Kind of with what Kill said, the finale of the Thing is pretty quick. Again, Wilford Brimley with his hand is scary as hell. We have McCready being the badass that he is, and then you have that, ending. Like, damn it. But the finale for Halloween just keeps going and going in a good way and going. It's a little Energizer bunny. She's, whether it's a knitting needle or, a clothes hanger. And not just that, it's just the little stuff. The simplicity of how Michaels keeps going. It's iconic. Him sitting up, you know what I mean? And then looking at it. Again, let's go back to wrestling. The Undertaker has admitted he stole it from Michael Myers.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So, and then again, Lumis showing up, saving the day, and it didn't really do anything because Michael's still out there.
Yep.
Have to give it to Halloween.
All right. Coriander, how about you?
Yeah, I mean, these guys said it. It has to go to Halloween. The Thing is good, but yeah, it Eric said it the best. It just ends so quick, and you got those two goons talking to each other, and that's about it. So, yeah.
Goons. All right. Okay. Both finales are good as far as what they do. I do agree with you guys. Actually, it was well said. As far as the Thing, it's kind of a little bit of a quicker situation, which isn't bad. I mean, it was set up this way, but they basically are set to die. So they're just blowing the place up so they can make sure the Thing cannot escape. And then of course, Childs and McCready just sitting there chilling, having Mai Tais. It's great. It's a bleak ending. It's fantastic, but there is no doubt that Halloween's finale. I mean, listen, guys, if you've never had the opportunity, check out audience reactions of Halloween from back in the day in 1978. If you watch it, you hear people on a freaking roller coaster as far as their audible sounds and gasps and oohs and ahs and all of that. Right from the point when Laurie sees Annie and the headstone, and then the body of Linda, and then Michael coming out of the darkness. People, if you watch it, it's real. It's a real situation. This is how this finale just kept ramping it up. Like you said, Eric, it keeps going and going. Each time you think it's stopped, it goes up a little bit higher. The Nick Castle sitting up, coming out of the dark, all these different things, getting shot. And Lumis, the thing about it that sometimes I had forgotten a lot when I was a kid is that you realize that Lumis doesn't get there until the very end. He's been on this hunt, but he was always like a step behind Michael. And then he finally gets there, to kind of save the moment, save the day. And then Boom, Michael is gone. So there's no doubt I have to go with the finale for Halloween. It's just fantastic. The buildup is just great. And that's not even talking about the music.
Mhm.
The music is just,
Mhm.
you're just on the edge of your seat still to this day. And I think it was a template, for slashers from here on out. There's no doubt about that in my mind. It was definitely a template. So, all right. Real quick in the chat, Troy saying it's not a fair comparison night. The thing had no real audience in the theater.
Aw.
Yeah, that was good. It was like 3 people. That's funny. Oh my god, I like that. Scott saying, why do they have to be goons? Right. Chrissy saying the thing is undoubtedly better. All right. James saying have to go with the thing. Are they going to get rescued or freeze to death? Scott saying Halloween for the finale. Ben saying Halloween has my vote. The montage of rooms in the house with the music and the breathing. Right. Chilling. Let's see. What else do we have here? The ending, shooting him 6 times. I mean, it was the boogeyman. As a matter of fact, it was. Jeff going with Halloween. All right. Val saying finale Halloween. The whole third act just has you on the edge of your seat. There you go. And we got Dan going with the thing. Nanette going with Halloween. Philip going with Halloween. All right. Okay. So this is what we have to do next. You guys know it always comes down to this. And this will be the final category. So let me just explain this because we've had this happen on 2 episodes. So you guys can continue to talk about which one that you like, and for these categories, but this will be the final category where we're taking in points from people. So once we finish this category, that'll be it if you send in a super chat. Okay. So our final category, Kill, we're going to start off. You got to make a choice. Which film gets your point as your favorite?
Man.
Right.
I gotta go with Halloween. I watch Halloween every Halloween. And with that being said, I still watch The Thing more than Halloween. And I truly love them both, but Halloween barely squeaks over for me.
All right. Eric, how about you?
Oh, this is easy for me. I'm going The Thing. I really enjoy Carpenter, and I love when him and Kurt Russell get together. I'm wearing my Pork Chop Express shirt to show solidarity. Halloween is good, in my opinion, but if we're talking even like tonight with Carpenter films, I probably wouldn't put it in my top 5. The Thing is like number 2, right under Big Trouble in Little China. If Halloween's on, I can keep it on. I can do dishes. I can do laundry, vacuum, whatever. If The Thing is on, I'm sitting down and I'm watching it from beginning to end. Going The Thing.
All right. Coriander, how about you?
Well, I like them both. But if I have to choose, I'm choosing Halloween. So there you go.
All right.
She doesn't like the goons.
She does. I guess not.
All right.
Real quick. MK saying, I like both, but have to go with Halloween simply for originality. The Thing is a great remake, but still just a remake. Nonetheless, Halloween gets the vote. That's an interesting viewpoint. It's interesting. Paula going with Halloween. Jeff going with Halloween. Nanette going with Halloween. Dan is holding the torch, saying The Thing. All right.
Good for you, Dan.
Let's see. Val's going with Halloween. Matt saying Halloween all the way. Okay. Very, very cool. And Chrissy's going with The Thing. Okay. All right. And we got a super chat come in. We got Neil coming in with a $20 super chat. Saying, I love the OG Halloween and everything it did for the genre, but I think The Thing is a better film overall, one of the best remakes ever made. So I'll give points to The Thing. All right. Wow,
The
he's gonna
cats
go
have
with
spoken.
Halloween all night. All right.
Cats have spoken.
Interesting. All right. Very, very cool. Thank you so much, man. We appreciate
Thanks, Neil.
the super chat. It helps out. Let's do another one where you just want to get some happy moments, bro. Here we go, Neil.
Heavy.
That's great, man. I love it.
All I'm gonna say is we got Freddie with the chalkboard. We got Michael surfing down the stream. I'm waiting to see when big old Jason comes back and see what he's got in store.
That's right, man. That's right. You know,
I'm done.
and for me, choosing between these two movies is very challenging, man. It really, really is. But I got to go with Halloween. It's just iconic. It truly is. And the thing is as well, but you know, for me, as far as thinking about the slasher genre, so many people, you know, were inspired by Halloween. And, you know, like I said, all the way down to today with something like Thanksgiving. Kevin Williamson himself said he was inspired by Halloween when he was writing Scream. So that tells you a lot right there as well. And that's why you saw the movie playing in Scream. And yeah, so I just got to go with Halloween. It's tough because I love both of these movies. And there are times that I might go back and forth. But for tonight, we're going with Halloween. All right, guys. So we got to count this up. Let's do a recap kill, and then we're going to find out who wins this battle, man.
Look, I feel like a happy dad. I have two kids here that I both love, and they're both doing great things in the world. One is tickling people. The other one is, you know, mimicking people, you know, and just doing the Lord's work. You know, but you know, this one was hard. This one was hard because they're both great movies. But I love how it just shows how versatile John Carpenter is. He, you know, sci-fi horror with a bunch of mystery and distrust, slasher, you know, with you know, Scream Queen, and you know, just the complexities there of why he did it. So these are just two iconic films. If you haven't watched these in a while, guys, check them out.
Yeah, I was real glad that we did this tonight because it forces you to choose, and we said it offline. These are probably in the horror genre or sci-fi genre, mix it together, his two most well-loved films. You know what I mean? Michael's iconic for a reason. You know, I like to trash talk him, but I respect what Halloween has done. It's created an iconic score, an iconic killer, and it gave an Oscar winner her start. Remember, Jamie Lee Curtis was a Scream Queen working with Carpenter quite a bit, and now she's an Oscar winner. So I can respect her for what that film has done for film in general. But the thing is just so much fun. Cool characters. Like I said, you feel cold. The creativity with the monster itself. Practical effects, a lost art, in my opinion. It's just all around a great film. And within the span of 4 years, it shows you how different Carpenter can be. You know what I mean? So this was a lot of fun tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're both great movies. And again, the fact that we had to choose, that was hard. But I have always loved Halloween. And The Thing, you know, I enjoy it. It's a great movie, but Halloween just I don't know, I just like it that much more. So, yeah, that's, you know, pretty much all I have to say. So,
All right. Okay, guys. Wowie. Now, real quick, and Eric, you probably saw this in the chat. You do have a super chat that came in from Troy. So we thank you so much, Troy. $10 super chat and 10 more for The Thing, the masterpiece. 78 is quite overrated in my opinion. And Troy, we cannot count those points because I've already counted up the points.
Yeah, it was given after you gave your choice.
Yes. And so like we said, and just for future, because this is like either the third or fourth episode, when we get to our final category, that will be, you know, when you want to throw in a super chat, if you do want the points to count, because otherwise,
An easy way we've decided to make it fair, because there's like sometimes a 5-10 second delay. Knight is always the last person to give his choice. So in this category, if you want to do your final super chat, get it in before Knight gives his choice, and because that's pretty much where we've decided the cutoff is, to be fair for everyone.
Right, and that makes it fair for everyone because this came up while I was probably halfway through the count, and that was way after we had finished the choose category. So, but Troy, we appreciate the super chat. Seriously, thank you so much. It really does help us to continue to do this series because there's so much involved with it. The prep, we prep with 2 movies to do this and to talk about them, and all of that. So thank you so much. We really, really appreciate it. Real quick in the chat, he says, did I make it? I made it in time. Almost, but not quite. But we do appreciate helping to support the channel, man. Seriously. And Philip saying we got to 50 likes.
Very cool.
All right.
That's awesome.
Very, very cool. That is awesome. Thank you guys so much for helping us out. Okay, so here we go, guys. This was interesting. And I actually had to count it 3 times. Okay. And it is close. These usually do come very close. We thought this was going to be a good matchup, and it was. With a final vote of 45 to 50.
Oh, wow.
45 to 50. The winner is still the champ. He's gone through Elm Street, Crystal Lake, and Antarctica. He traveled to Antarctica without a parka. He went there. Panel vote was 40 points to 25, and Neil almost changed it by switching teams at the end.
I want to turn that around, Troy. Yours counts now. He's like John Cena, man. You just can't knock him off that pedestal.
He is, bro. He went through the gauntlet. Look at Val. Val's doing cartwheels. It's awesome. He did it, man. He did.
Hey, look. Hey, you might not like it, but he went through the fire. He earned it. He earned to be at the head of the table. He's Roman Reigns. He got Roman Reigns here. He's Roman at the head of the table.
Wow, we need to bring in The Rock to knock him down a peg or two. Okay?
And look, here's the thing, though. If you watch this series, if you watch these episodes, he's had losses, bro.
Oh,
I'll
say
early.
this right now.
He's lost to Jason and Freddie.
If I update this, he's got his win-loss record isn't that great. It's 6 wins and 4 losses. So
yeah.
So, but
respect
respect's due. Yeah,
to be the man, you gotta beat the man, and he has beaten the men, and he is the man, right?
Think about it like this. When he had the title shot against Jason got the rematch, so he beat Jason twice, and Jason was killing everybody, including Michael, in an earlier battle. So I'm just saying, man, it's crazy, but
I'm all good, man.
I mean, to beat Jason Voorhees 2 weeks in a row.
Yes.
Think about that. He didn't get a break. He didn't get a chance to go lick his wounds and recoup and get ready for the next challenger. He had to fight Jason 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah, that's right. Yep.
Like, whoa.
And Neil saying, I love this. Neil saying Patreon and the channel memberships along with the super chats help keep the voice of horror coming through loud and clear and are much appreciated. Oh, well, thank you so much, man. We appreciate that. Seriously. Wow. That's very kind of you to say, Neil. We appreciate you, man. And we appreciate all the support and the love. And that's why we keep doing these, and we enjoy doing this series and having fun with you guys and having great laughs. That's very important to us as well. Just having good times, man. So thank you so much, Neil. You're a big part of everything we do. You know that. You've been around since the beginning. So thanks a lot, brother. We appreciate you. Val saying, please be sure to leave a comment. Yes. Thank you so much, Val, for reminding people. Elm Street's Brat is happy. He's got the pumpkins, and they're happy too, with big smiles.
Happy pumpkin.
Happy pumpkins, man. And Troy coming in with another super chat, $5 super chat saying, y'all know the thing one, keeping the wrestling theme. Y'all are pulling a Dusty finish.
Yeah, I get that. I know.
But see, here's the thing though, and seriously, and we have fun with it, but all honesty, and because we've had many episodes where we've had some folks that they might just dislike a movie for whatever reason and not really answer the questions to the categories. They just have a bias. We go by the categories. So at the end, if people just keep piling on, it's not as fair. You know, we set up this game in a certain way. So, you know, that's how we have it structured to make rules. Plus, it makes it easier on me, man, because I've already made the count, and it's like I got a paper full of stuff right here every week that I'm counting. So that's part of it as well, is to make sure
it's like this. I don't hold my bias against Michael. You know what I mean? I'm just busting chops. You know, and there's plenty of times when, for the last 3 or 4 title fights, I want him to get knocked off the pedestal. But I still vote for Halloween whenever, you know, it's the winner of the category, in my opinion. You know, you got to give credit where credit's due. So
true enough. Troy saying, "Oh, I know, my YouTube crashed and it had to resubmit and just missed it. There you go." Well, like I say, and I always say this, you know, for you guys, definitely, if you're able to. I mean, obviously, if you want to do the chats, try to do them as soon as you can, because by the time we get to the end, it's like boom. So, but anyways, guys, thank you guys so much. We really appreciate you guys hanging out with us, and you know, we're gonna have some fun next week as we continue our journey down other horror movies and see what happens with them. Don't forget to hit the like button. It helps to support the channel. We'd appreciate it. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. And if you're not subscribed to Eric, please subscribe to his channel as well.
Thank you.
And yeah, we will catch you guys next time, and maybe taking a dip in the pool with Michael, who knows. Anyways, if you're watching this, if you're listening to this, you are the Night Watch. Peace out.
Cheers.
Who's the champ? Who's the champ?
We.